starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Senator De Los Santos. We begin tonight with a homicide investigation underway in Santa Maria. A 17-year-old boy was shot and killed Friday afternoon. His death marks the city's 9th homicide this year. Reporter Corey James has reaction from the victim's friend.
I mean, these are people that I went to school with every day.
In the past 2 months, Gil Loya has lost 2 friends to gun violence.
It's just sad how one person can have life at 1 second and the next second he's just gone like that.
Loya is 17, the same age as his friends who were killed. Concerning for you?
Oh yeah, very, very.
Robert Luna is the latest victim. Loya says he was gunned down Friday afternoon in the area of East Bunny and North McClellan Street.
He loved life very much. He loved his family and his loved ones and lots of his friends.
Luna's death is now the 9th homicide for Santa Maria this year, a number that has tripled since 2014. A month ago, we talked to Sergeant Paul Van Meel from the Santa Maria Police Department about the increase in crime.
And that's really not unusual for there to be times where we'll have a few in a short period of time and then a break.
Loya says his 2 friends who died just 45 days apart from each other were in a gang. He wants those who are thinking about joining to know that's no way to live.
It doesn't matter where you're from, where you come from, or how rich you are, or how poor you are. What matters is that you choose better for yourself, and that's where it starts.
Corey James, News Channel 3.
Now to a fire burning north of San Francisco that quickly prompted mandatory evacuations. The Valley Fire began around 1:30 p.m. in Lake County and has rapidly spread to 400 acres. Mandatory evacuation orders have been issued for the community of Cobb. CAL FIRE reports that the fire is also threatening structures. Over 100 firefighters and aerial resources are aggressively fighting the wildfire. CAL FIRE has 4 firefighters have been injured battling the blaze. A massive wildfire burning in Northern California is 10% contained. The Butte fire started on Wednesday and has burned nearly 65,000 acres across Amador and Calaveras counties. Now, the blaze prompted thousands of evacuations, and Governor Jerry Brown has declared a state of emergency. Firefighters are dealing with rugged terrains, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. A vehicle fire on the 101 near Goleta sparked a small brush fire last night. A truck pulling an RV was traveling southbound on Highway 101 around 7:45 when it caught fire. Santa Barbara County Fire says a tire blew out and the rim caught on fire, spreading to the RV's engine. Witnesses say that they saw flames from the vehicle shoot up to 20 feet in the air. Fire crews quickly put both the vehicle and the brush fires out. The RV was a complete loss, but no injuries were reported. Well, we've learned the cause of last night's sweeping power outage near downtown Santa Barbara. Southern California Edison says failed overhead equipment at El Camino Real and Juniper Street cut power to more than 10,000 customers. Firefighter rescued nearly a dozen people who were trapped in the elevator at the mall, and many downtown traffic signals were not working. SCE Power says they restored most the power to the customers within 15 minutes. Well, it's now time for Sean Quinn and our first look at the weather. Hi, Sean.
Yeah, beautiful weather today. We did not manage to knock off a few degrees. We also saw some clouds streaming up, all courtesy of our little tropical visitor in the form of Linda, excuse me. And you can see right here we're seeing 60s along the central coast. That's really about the best we can do for your overnight lows. Everybody else still a tad bit warmer than that, even very warm in Gaviota where you have a little bit of an offshore breeze. Now, the next couple of days we do expect to continue to drop temperatures just a little bit, still feeling a little bit sticky out there with a lot of humidity and chances of rain coming into that 7 day. And of course, I'll have full details on that in just a few moments. Senator?
Thanks, Sean. Well, warning signs are up at Goleta Beach tonight after a great white shark sighting. 2 paddleboarders say they spotted a massive great white yesterday afternoon. The shark swam around their board as they paddled back to shore. Now, the women reported the sightings to the park rangers. Now, we talked to both the women about the experiences, and we'll share their story with you tomorrow at 6. And check out these photos sent to us by one of our viewers. That'd be Linda Frazier of Ojai. She snapped these pictures on Wednesday, September 2nd, the same day a shark was spotted in Morro Bay. Now look closely, you can see a black fin peeking out of the water. Frazier says the surfer is cleared out of the water quickly. Now, Lawmakers in Sacramento had passed the Right to Die bill. California's latest legislators approved the bill Friday that would allow physicians, that is, an administrator aid in dying drugs to terminally ill people in order to end their lives. The bill will now go to the governor's desk for a signature. Well, Hillary Clinton took the day off from the campaign trail today, leaving her main rival, Senator Bernie Sanders, to try to peel away African-American voters from the former Secretary of State. Meanwhile, Donald Trump continues to run circles around the rest of the Republican candidates. ABC Richard Cantu reports.
So far, Iowa fans have offered me beer. Iowa State fans have offered me beer.
The rituals of the college football season brought some of the Republican presidential field to this field in Iowa to a tailgate party. Rand Paul got an early start on Wednesday's GOP debate.
Donald Trump, you're a fake.
Donald Trump was clearly reveling in his front-runner status, mobbed by wildly cheering supporters.
We're going to lower taxes, especially for the middle class. We are going to make sure that my friends in the hedge fund business who make a fortune and pay virtually no tax, they are going to start paying taxes.
Later, the billionaire builder greeted fans and posed for pictures at the Iowa State game. Trump's closest rival, Dr. Ben Carson, stumped in South Carolina, preaching racial respect.
It showed no respect for Michael Brown's body to leave it lying out there for 4 hours. You wouldn't have done that with your mother, so why would you do that with him?
Also in South Carolina, insurgent Senator Bernie Sanders courting the African-American vote as he closes the gap with the Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton.
If the kids are African-American, youth unemployment is 51%.
The Republican candidates get face-to-face or in your face in debate on Wednesday night. Donald Trump says, "I guess I'm going into a lion's den." Richard Cantu, ABC News, New York.
Well, coming up, at least 89 people are dead after a gas container explodes in central India. More on what causes deadly blasts. And a man tries to take his life by crashing his car into a house. We hear from the family whose home was nearly destroyed by a desperate driver. That's ahead at 11 from KYT News Channel 3 and KCOY 12 Central Coast News.